What up, guys? It's your boy BZ, stuck in a blizzard. I'm not stuck. I had to go pick something up from Speedway. This is the worst speedway on earth, by the way. And it's crazy out. It's been snowing since like early this morning. All the Michigan people, they forget how to drive. They didn't know how to drive in the first place. But now, not only do we have to dodge all the potholes on Mound Road, but we got to dodge the idiots and the snow conditions. Like my car, I got good tires, yo. I got expensive tires. I got the Boss Daddy tires. But the problem is, all these other people got regular tires, and you know, they may or may not skid into the back of you. So when you drive in this kind of condition, you just gotta get to where you're going. Speed if you got to. Don't stop for the red light. If you got to, just go, because somebody is gonna hit you in some way, shape, or form. Cause you got these like thrill billies out here, like hillbillies that drink too much Mountain Dew, and they think they could go 70 in their pickup truck. And I'm thinking, like, you got leaf spring suspension. How is that advantageous to snow traversal? It's not, bro. It's made to just put a bunch of heavy shit in the back. You got the Jeep people, they're okay. You know what I'm saying? The Jeep people, they're alright. Unless you're driving like a Jeep Patriot or something. But the Jeep people typically are okay. Then you got the work vans. The people that's like, oh, I still gotta go to work today. Oh, this van don't ever get warm enough. Look, they're going right there. Hold on. Right there. Ooh. Anyway, guys, this video, I wanted to make this here. I haven't been to the office yet. I'm on my way there now. A couple updates before the main topic of this video. No, actually, that's going to be a separate video. Yeah, separate video. Anyway, the main point of this video is I've been doing this since 2009. My first ever Epyon Royal shirt that I made on like Zazzle was done in 2008. The first ever Epyon Royal concept design sketch scribble scrabble I made in 2005. And the thing is, I feel like now that you know, we interact, so I interact with a lot more people that want to run clothing companies. I feel like there's two ideals while running a brand, right? One ideal is for like these California brands that they know they're not going to be around forever. They want to be, but they know they're not going to be around forever. Kind of like a Diamond Supply Company, Pink Dolphin, you get it. You get the point. These brands that heavily rely on celebrity endorsements. These brands, when the endorsement falls through, when they're working with somebody that ain't the hypest person in the game, when they're not the most prevalent brand in whatever industry, they can't sell nothing, yo. You could go to TJ Maxx and find Diamond Supply Co. t-shirts. And here's the problem. They don't do enough culture building. They rely on the hype of whoever they're putting money on. Like, for example, Diamond Supply Company about like 2 or 3 years ago was like one of the hypest brand. Well, I'm not gonna say hype because Supreme been hype, but like they were one of the like most like replicated. Everybody was bootlegging the Diamond Supply Tiffany Green and all these other things. All these other brands were putting diamonds on their shit. And disclaimer, my brand has a diamond in the logo, and I've been around longer than Diamond Supply Co. So all the comments that's fixing the hate, save that shit and do your Googles. Put some respect on my name. But that's besides the point. But a couple years ago, Diamond Supply Co. was sponsoring like every skater in the street league. Every single skateboarder had that hat, the like snapback with the big ass diamond on it. And that was it. It didn't say diamond on the diamond. It was just like a big giant diamond. Everybody wore that shit. That along with the Tiffany diamond Nikes and like some other like big hype moments, that's like what gave them relevancy. And then in an instant, all the stores carried them. Every store. In Diamond, they weren't... Supreme doesn't sell to Kohl's. They don't sell to nobody but their own stuff. They have brand integrity. These other brands that know, hey, we might not be around. Let's capitalize on this hype. Let's strike while the iron's hot. They're the ones that's like, yo, sell to everybody. Every human that wants to put money in my pocket, let's get it. And that's like one kind of avenue of being a brand. But if you're not really in New York or LA, I don't think you can go that route, so to speak. Like I've worked with celebrities, no like massive celebrities. I've never put millions of dollars into any celebrity. I've actually never paid any celebrity ever to wear my brand. It's just off the love, off the interest in the brand. Whether it was like I knew them before they were famous and then they got famous and I was like, hey, and they're like, yo, and then they wear my stuff. But like, you can either try to create a hype and then capitalize on it quickly, or you could go the long route, which gives you longevity, maybe less money. I don't know if it does, because I've never really gone the hype route. But like, you could go the longevity route, grind, and create culture. And by that, what I mean is, Epyon Royal has, like, at one point in time, we were like running the Detroit like hardcore music scene. Hardcore, maybe I shouldn't say hardcore, because then the metalheads, they get all fucking like splitting hairs. We were running like local rock music. We had the hottest shows. We worked with every reputable band, and we were just getting invited to everything. And so we did stuff like that. We host like BMX and skate contests. We still sponsor local BMX and skate contests. We still work with Albies and we still sell to Albies. Like, we're still very much involved in these things. But culture also is in, like, you know, doing Eastern Market. It sounds silly, but doing something where people can run into you in real life is very beneficial, because there's people out there that watch your brand and follow what you do, and you don't even know it. I get stopped like every day. I go to somewhere super public and I linger around for more than 5-10 minutes. Somebody from YouTube spots me and it ends up in the videos all the time. A lot of times it doesn't, but you guys have already seen at least like 10 instances of somebody that knows me through YouTube, which is dope if you ask me. It's about culture building. See, that culture building is beneficial because of, you don't have to depend on hype. You could depend on your own artistic message and your core message. And when times are tough for you as a brand, you can reach out and say, yo, this is my slow time of the month. Please purchase something. And the people that's been with you, that like came up through your culture, chances are they're gonna support you. Big brands like that, they can't really do that. And honestly, they probably wouldn't. They would just like scheme, and whoever they could put the hottest clothes, like not the hottest clothes, because I mean, but they just scheme like, oh, let's contact these people's manager so we can try to work up a deal. And it's always like some multi-million-dollar thing, and like the moment the artist or whoever is not getting paid, or maybe they feel like they need to get paid more after a certain amount of time, and you don't renew the contract or whatever, then they like don't rock your stuff at all, and then everybody else stops rocking your stuff. For example, like that band, I think it was like Hood by Air, the HBA band, that brand, HBA Hood by Air. Obviously, it's Virgil Abloh's brand, and he has Off-White now, which is like way bigger. But the thing was, HBA was like his thing, and ASAP Rocky and like the whole ASAP mob was repping that. And then the moment stuff went south between Rocky and Virgil, like nobody wore HBA. You don't see any HBA anywhere. Nobody cares about it. Pieces that probably would have resold for hundreds of dollars, like, don't resell for nothing. Maybe $19.99 or something. And that's the thing. Granted, Virgil, they did Off-White, and that's really successful. They did things with Nike, that's really successful. But Off-White is building culture, which is just somehow attracting these celebrities to wear the stuff. I doubt Off-White is really even endorsing anybody like they were with HBA. They're like building culture just through their artistic expression. That's why it's been around. This is like what, 2 years of Off-White or something like that, and it's huge. Like they just released that whole like 10 plus shoe Nike collection. But that's what I'm telling you guys. The reason why I bring all this up is because I'm going to the office. This shit is dangerous to drive in. I'm pretty sure when I get to the office, none of the other businesses that lease space in my building, I don't think anybody else is going to be there. And it's not that early. Like, it's not early at all. It's probably noon now. And it made me think, because I always think when people aren't at the office, I always think like, do you not care about your business? And it could be like other businesses that maybe if they take the day off, they're not going to lose money per se. But something in the back of my head always asks me, like, do you really care? Like, is your business a way for you to get paid so you could do other shit? Or is your business your passion, and without that passion, do you get depressed and anxious? Because for me, when I'm not doing Epyon Royal, I get depressed, I get anxious, I feel lost, I get moody, I like don't want to do shit. I'll go to like family holiday things and all my family is hype and getting lit and all this stuff, and I'm just sitting there thinking like, man, like ain't nobody buying stuff online today because it's Christmas, and I gotta get to the office because I got all this stuff to do, and I gotta reprint these shirts, and like I'm just sitting there anxious as fuck. Like, you know, I enjoyed a little bit, but it's like I just want to get back to doing what I love, and through doing what I love, it enables me to do things like travel. Like, we're doing Wostock in Holland, Michigan in March, and that gives me an excuse to go to Holland, Michigan, go to one of my favorite Mexican restaurants, like chill with people I know on that side of the state. It like gives me an excuse. It enables me to live that part of my life. Does that make sense? So that's something I wanted to kind of illustrate or verbalize, is the parallels of like this whole brand thing. It's like there's two sides to this coin, and I feel like it's very hard to do both. Do you know what I'm saying? Star Trek, what up? And I think you have to decide, because you could be just like a hype brand, flash in the pan, get the money quick and bounce. Like that brand, Young and Reckless. Remember that? It was like DJ, or not DJ Drama, but like Drama from like Robin Big. He had that brand when it was on TV on like Fantasy Factory, and then the moment that show like wasn't really relevant anymore, or like not on the air, I should say, like I don't see his brand anymore. I mean, I don't go to PacSun. I know they had a huge deal with like Tilly's and PacSun, but like I used to, when the show was relevant, I saw the brand everywhere. And then they got their hype platform, like they're not on TV, and I don't see anything from them. So it's like you gotta ask yourself, are you an artist that, you know, you have a message, you have a culture that you're trying to build, like you're really trying to change stuff in your area, or are you trying to get paid off some hype? And there's nothing wrong with either one, but I think early on in the brand you gotta kind of figure that out, because for me, when it came to endorsements and things, I always found more pleasure and like a higher return on my investment when I worked with local artists, local athletes, because it's not about like having, for example, like we work with a dude named Jamie Thayer, who's arguably, in my opinion, like one of the best BMX riders I've ever seen ever. Every contest he gets on, he's on the podium. Most of the time it's first, sometimes second, sometimes third, but he's always up there. But when we started working with him, I think it was like 15, maybe 16, he was not that caliber. He was like any other dude at the park riding a bike. His brother Dylan rides a bike. It was just like a group of kids that rode bikes, and somehow I don't know how he found out about the brand specifically, but for me it was like I appreciated the amount of effort he put into trying to be sponsored by Epyon Royal. So that's why I decided to work with him. And then we keep contact. I give him free stuff every now and then. I always repost his content. And now it's like he wins everything. He travels a lot. He has a great career outside of BMX. And it's stuff like that where I feel like, man, you know, like I'm glad to be, I don't feel like, I'm just going to say I'm glad to be a part of what he has going on. I don't take credit for any of that. That's all him. But I just like to be a piece of that puzzle. Does that make sense? So you got to figure it out, man. Do you want to build culture, or do you want to cash in on some hype? I think that's very important. And I think there's a lot of brand gurus on this platform. They're obnoxious as F-U-C-K. They're obnoxious, and I don't think they give practical information. I think they give like semantics. I think they give you like the bare minimum. And I think when it comes to running a brand, it's not like a hot dog stand. You can't just know the bare minimum. You can't just know this how you make a shirt, this how you get a Facebook. You can't really do that, because the hot dog stand is not really building culture. He's putting a product out and collecting the money, and that's that. You got to decide. Are you going to be the hot dog stand of the clothing industry, or are you going to try to build something worthwhile that impacts people? In either way, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, there's people at Easter Market, they sell bling bling D shirts. The Detroit D, I don't know if you're not from the area, it's like this old English D, and every single brand locally does some version. The creative ones will switch up the D, and then the non-creative ones will just go to old English typeface, click D, and then glitter vinyl press it onto a shirt. But yeah, I gotta start my car, man. These people drive. Oh, look at this ugly ass hand. This person behind me, man, I think he's gonna try to squeeze between me and this truck right here. And I could tell you there ain't enough space for 2 cars. So it's your boy Beezy. I'm out. Leave a comment or something. Bye.